Oh boy, webheads, there's a bunch of new number ones getting ready to come out for next week. You're going to want to get your pen and paper ready, or your phones ready, or however it is that you take notes, and make sure you write down which number ones you're going to want to buy for next week. Hey, all my webheads out there, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0, and fans, I am your host, Mike Spider Slayer, always helping you make decisions of what comic books to buy, and today, guys, I am bringing you your must-read new number one comic books for next week. That's right, guys, these are books that you're not going to want to miss, because you know what? How many times do you go to that comic book shop and you find yourself missing out on that new number one because it came out last week, right? So this list is here to provide for you all those new number ones. And let me just tell you guys, there's some good ones coming out next week. So before we get started, if you guys want to hit that join button right there on my home screen, it does help support the channel. It gives you, the viewers, some extra perks. And of course, guys, with that being said, let's get started on your new number ones for next week. Alright, so the first number one we're going to be talking about, and this order is from most pulled to least pulled, and the first one is Gunslinger Spawn issue 1, getting ready to release on October 20th, 2021. Guys, who is excited about Gunslinger Spawn? I definitely am. You know, there's an appeal for this character, and most people are just going to be calling him Gunslinger going forward. Todd McFarlane's hitting it out of the park when it comes to all his Spawn comic books right now, so I'll be definitely checking this first issue out. $6 for this first issue. Future issues will be $3. All right, so the next book we're going to be talking about here is Batman Secret Files Peacekeeper 1. So, all right, so this is picking up after the events of Fear State Alpha. Follows Sean Mahoney, aka Peacekeeper 1, in the wake of his exposure to highly potent fear toxin at the hands of the Scarecrow. So, you know, I think Peacekeeper 1 is a cool concept. I think he's an interesting character, but nothing for nothing, guys. I am actually tired of the Magistrate. I'm tired of like the Future State stuff. I'm tired of the Peacekeepers. I'm tired of the Saint. I kind of just want this story to be over, and I'm kind of the same when it comes to Peacekeeper. Will I try this one? Probably not. All right, next one. I wasn't going to buy this originally, but a lot of people have been talking about it, and this is Catwoman Lonely City issue 1. This is a $7 comic book. I think this is a couple issues or 3 issues, and this is the description. It says, 10 years ago, the massacre known as Fool's Night claimed the lives of Batman, the Joker, Nightwing, and Commissioner Gordon, and sent Selina Kyle, the Catwoman, to prison. A decade later, Gotham has grown up. Sounds like a pretty cool concept now that I'm actually reading into it and people are saying go ahead and check it out, Mike. So I think I'm going to try this one out. This could be maybe my favorite Catwoman book to date. All right, another DC book, and there's a lot of, you know, highly anticipating number ones here. Big week for these number ones. And we have Nubia, the Amazons issue 1. With the unexpected arrival of new Amazons, our hero is forced to retcon with her past and forge a new path forward for her sisters. Little does she know, a great evil grows beneath the island, and who knows what happens from there. So if fans are excited about Nubia and another Amazon or another Wonder Woman, this could be the book for you. This is a $4 purchase. All right, so now we move on to some Marvel here, and we have Phoenix Song Echo issue 1. Straight out of her transformation in Avengers, Echo gets an exhilaration solo series from the bestseller Rebecca Roanhorse. And against all odds, one of the most powerful entities in the Marvel Universe chose Maya Lopez. So Listen, Echo's getting a lot of buzz these days, not maybe because of this comic book or what happened to her in the Avengers, or she's part of the Phoenix Force, but she's getting the buzz because she could be on Disney Plus in the near future. So if you're going to buy a book that has Echo in it, try to get some of those Daredevil issues with her first appearance and stuff, and I would say maybe stay away from this one. I don't know if I have any faith in this, and I'm just not digging her being the Phoenix right now. Maybe if she's written differently here, it could be something, but it is a $5 comic. All right. Next one is from DC Comics, Refrigerator Full of Heads, issue 1. I felt like this was delayed a week. This is a $4 comic book. This is from Hill House Comics. If you love these horror books, these types of stories, definitely check this out. I think I might just give this one a try and see what all the buzz is about. All right. And some of you who have watched my most anticipated video, this was the book that I was on the fence about. Don't know how it's going to be. This is Erik Larsen's Ant, issue 1. Ant, who she is and how she came to be. Erik Larsen takes on a whole new wall crawler. Ant's epic adventure kicks off with the all-new origin issue. So, see, I think that's kind of cool. Now, this property has been around a long time. The original creator didn't do too much with it. Erik Larsen took over it, and now he's relaunching it. So I want to see what he does with it. He writes it, he draws it, just like Savage Dragon. And, yeah, I'm a longtime follower of Erik Larsen, and we'll check it out. All right, the next one is another DC book. This one is called Wonder Woman Day Special, Issue 1. Celebrate 80 years of the Amazon Warrior with special edition of the first issue of the acclaimed series by DC superstars Greg Rucka and Liam Sharp, kicking off the epic storyline, The Lies. So that's kind of cool. If you are a Wonder Woman fan, you're probably going to want to check this out. Next is from Image Comics. This actually looks quite creepy. Nita Hawes Nightmare Blog issue 1. So, The Fire Next Time, it's called. Part 1 from the universe of Eisner-nominated series Philadelphia comes a terrifying new tie-in horror series by acclaimed Marvel writer Rodney Barnes. So I guess this ties into Philadelphia. So I think if you read Philadelphia, you're going to have a better understanding of what this comic is about. New readers, hopefully this is a good jumping on point that they'll tell you what happened in Philadelphia so you'll understand this. I love the title of it and I love the cover. This is hopefully something I can check out. This is $4. All right, this one is from Dark Horse Comics. Critical Role, The Tales of Exandria, The Break Queen, issue 1. That is quite the lengthy title. It's a $4 comic book. And this person has spent multiple lives in pursuit of assembling the Luxon with her eternal lover Aquana at her side. She will stop at nothing to use its otherworldly power to bring who knows. I think I'm going to pass on this one, not for me. All right, so now it looks like we're going to get like these Halloween, I think they're the Comic Fest issues. So here we have a Daredevil Halloween comic book extravaganza 2021 issue 1. A new Daredevil rises to protect Hell's Kitchen. Matt Murdock is a killer. So this is obviously going to tell you what's going on in the current Daredevil run right now. So good. It's free, right? Next, we have another book, I think that was delayed by a week. This is Swamp Dogs issue 1, done by Scout Comics. Nice, interesting cover here. They came from the swamp, the scummiest squad of Confederate soldiers brought back to life by powerful voodoo magic. They crave power, carnage, and female flesh. They are the Swamp Dogs. Sounds pretty cool. Scout's got some cool stuff coming out. Might want to check this one out. The next one from the Halloween comic book extravaganza has the Miles Morales. So we're going to check that one out if you want to know more about that character. Here we have from Image Comics, we have Hell Cop issue 1, $4 comic book. Welcome to hell. When mankind first broke through the walls between dimensions, nothing could have prepared them for what they would find in the known reality plane. 1301. It was absolute hell. All right. Hell Cop issue 1. We'll see what that one's about. More Halloween stuff. This has to do with Kate Bishop. So, want to check that one out, it's going to be for free, basically. Now we have from Dark Horse, the Orville Artifacts Issue 1. When Ed bumps into his old astroarchaeology teacher, the professor asks for assistance in his pursuit of the lost fleet of the Zancon, whose system spanning empire rose and fell millenniums of years according to the legend. I don't know. I think I watched the Orville like once or twice. I really didn't have an interest in it, so I'm not going to have an interest in this comic. But if you want to check it out, go ahead and check it out. This one's from Dynamite Comics. I'm sure there's going to be all kinds of crazy variants for this one. This is called Purgatory Issue 1. This is the debut issue from the team that brought you the seismic Vampirella vs. Purgatory series. Comes the solo follow-up for the Demon of Dark Humor. So this could be something if you read those series before. Again, it's a follow-up issue. Check it out, $4. Then we have Star Wars High Republic Halloween comic book extravaganza. So same thing, this is another one of those Halloween books. If you want to catch up on stuff that maybe you've missed out on the past, check it out. This is all before the Star Wars saga. Then we have Dungeons & Dragons Mindbreaker Issue 1 from IDW Publishing. $4 book. If you're a fan of Dungeons & Dragons, this might be right up your alley. Believe it or not, guys, I actually have never played Dungeons & Dragons before, but the concept always looked cool. I used to watch the cartoon when I was a kid, and this is the prelude to the much-anticipated video game, Baldur's Gate 3. It begins here, changed by their experience in Avernus, Cradle, Shady, Delina, Nereus, Minx, and Boom return home to Baldur's Gate to find something much, much worse. Okay, that's kind of cool. Again, fans of this genre are probably going to dig this. Next, from Comixology, we have Knights of the Ghoul Issue 1. So they're putting out their own Halloween spin here, and this is a dazzling work of horror intercutting between the present day narrative and the story of a lost horror film. The writer and artist behind Batman, the Black Mirror reunite to shed light on a celluloid artifact once thought of ... I don't know. We'll see what happens. This sounds pretty cool. This is from Behemoth Comics. Pop Star Assassin Issue 1 is a $4 comic book. It looks like the dude's dressed up as Elvis. It says, the year is 1977, the king is dead. The world mourns, but when a mysterious briefcase turns up in his dressing room, Bruce, a coke addict Elvis impersonator, finds himself wedged between a mob boss. That sounds hysterical. I might have to check this one out if it's available at my comic book shop. Something completely different. Here we have from Asylum Press. It looks like it was a little bit delayed by a week. The Asylum of Horrors Halloween Special Issue 1. $4 comic book. The Halloween Special. The inmates at the asylum bring you a new breed of haunted horror. This anthology features 4 stories from some of the best horror writers and artists in the history. So that's pretty cool. Again, some of these books have been delayed for obvious reasons, but it's the month of Halloween, so it's kind of okay as long as they're released during Halloween time, correct? All right, and then we have from Zenescope, we have Tales of Terror Quarterly 2021 Halloween Special Issue 1. So this is a $9 comic book. It has the Tales of Terror Halloween Special returns for another year in this oversized quarterly format with tons of blood-dripping pages of horror-filled story. Zenescope has some definitely scary stories, whether it's these Halloween specials or some other books that they've done in the past. If you ever read Grim Fairy Tales, the original volume, definitely some creepy stories with some gorgeous artwork. All right, kids books. My Little Pony Generations Issue 1. Want to get a comic for the kids? $4. What little kid doesn't like My Little Pony, right? So, and then we have, I don't even know who this is, Agrestusco Super Fun Special Issue 1. It's a $5 book from Omnipress. When Gaby gives Ritsuko a book from a Regency-era romance series, our hero becomes obsessed. After reading the entire series over a sleepless weekend, Rizuko finds that her mother also loves the series. Okay, who cares? Again, for kids. If you want it for them, buy it for them. And then we have, which seems like a very interesting book here. I would want to check this out. This is Grim Spotlight Cinderella vs. Zombies, Issue 1. 32 pages of lunacy and content. Cinderella has taken on the apocalypse and died, taken on her own mind and lost, and even taken on Christmas, kinda won. But this time she's taken on a whole new threat, which I'm assuming is a bunch of zombies. Who doesn't want? So there you have it, webheads. There are all the new #1 comic books that are getting ready to come out for October 20th. Hopefully you enjoyed the list. Tell me in the comments below which ones you're most looking forward to. And of course, guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss any content from me. You like my videos? You can click on a couple more right here. Go down the Mike Spider Slayer rabbit hole. And of course, guys, as always, keep buying, keep collecting, and most importantly, keep reading those comic books. Guys, take care. I'll see you in that next video.